Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we've got a Bardock's crew leader. What a cool thing going on. And there's also gameplay that's sped up and commentated over at the end, so just skip to that if you want to see it. But I wanted to make this kind of Aegis build, and I also know that this build's kind of expensive. I have some options on the side we're going to go through, but I wanted this to be moderately competitive, and this is kind of what I put together. So real quick, if you don't know what this leader does, pretty much actually first, the thing I really wanted to build this card around was this Bardock Legends Origin. This card's really good for only this leader. So it's unique blocker, rival for 1 blue. If you have a blue Bardock's crew play, negate this card's energy exhaust skill in all areas, which doesn't really happen for this build as much. And then auto at the end of your turn, switch this card active mode. If your leader card is blue Bardock's crew card, draw 2 cards. So just being able to draw 2 cards every turn, and it's at the end of your turn as well, so you can just play this on your turn, and then if your opponent doesn't have a way to get rid of it, then you draw 2, and then switch to active mode, and then once again, if your opponent still can't get rid of it, then you draw 2 next turn as well. It's just super good. Sure, you can get rid of it kind of easy, but it means your opponent's getting resources into it, and you still can get some value just by drawing 2 from it. So good card there. Going to the leader, so it's an auto burst 2. Burst is okay. And then also, it's only when this card's a swing on a leader card, but when it does, you get to draw 1, and it gets plus 5k power for duration of the turn. It's an untapped 2 leader, and then auto sparking 5. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, then this gains plus 5k power for the turn. This is whenever it swings on anything, and it has this neat little auto of when this card's attacked, if 1 Bardock's crew is in your drop area, you may choose 1 card from your life, add it or place it in your drop area if you do negate this attack. So if you're playing, if you're getting swung at by something with like double strike, you can just like take the 1 and they can't do it. Or even if you think that they're going to rival something or do something in their combo step, if you really need to make sure that they don't get into there, you can just start taking life. So I think it's a cool ability and can kind of help out like maybe once or twice the game. So that's good there. And then let's look at the cards built around it. So we already talked about this Bardock, and so because of this I decided to go kind of blue-yellow with Aegis. The idea is that turn 1 you're just charging a multicolor no matter what. That just means that you can start doing your stuff turns 2 on. Turn 2, so I'd say like this Bardock's pretty important because it fills both roles, but we have, 15 multicolor cards. We also have like Zamasu's like 4 of them, but you just want to start with a multicolor at the beginning. This Goku Black is also very good at the beginning as well, because when you play this card from your hand at the end of the turn, if there's a card that's both blue and yellow in your energy, you draw 2, then choose 1 card in your hand, place in your drop area, then choose up to 1 of your blue or yellow energy, switch to active mode. So just a really good effect there, being able to untap 1, draw 2, drop 1. I feel like that's pretty good. And then going from there, we have also Violent Rush Bojack, pretty good arrival card. And it has Aegis as well. You just arrive, a 20k that you arrive for 1 yellow is fine, and then whenever you activate Aegis, you draw 1. So that helps bring the deck together. We have Hit also just for some more free combo power, so we don't have to just rely on our super combos for it. So 7 cards is pretty good odds getting the cards you need. So turn 2 you kind of be reactive. If worst case, you can just use your Goku Ape to draw 2 cards. I'm running 4 of this guy, which might be a little bit expensive, so I'd say just as much as you can if you can. If not, we can run cards like Champa or Champa's actually I think a really good choice for this deck anyways, but you can put this card in the deck if you want, because we're running multicolor anyways, and also Khalifa just for like self-awakening kind of stuff. So both these cards are good. You don't have to run this guy. I'd almost think about Champa already for this deck, but what's good about this is turn 2 you can just draw 2 cards outright, and this is good for I put this card in just so we have some more like Aegis and or a rival bait, so you can just use this for combos for either of those. And then turn 3 we want to probably play Baby right out. This is our unison that we're running. That just makes sure that we have our trunks on board, and then also means we will do the +2, so we'll get to 5, which means your opponent has to start sweating on where they're putting their swings into. We also run the Sun Gohan's Baby Minion, so if we want to play this card, we can as well. This card is very good because we can kind of, since we have Aegis, it's not super hard to get to 3 energy with this, so we could do stuff like turn 4 we play a Booney, which is also in this deck, and we have 4 of, so rip Wallet. But you can play this turn 4, untap 1, then already have like a Bojack out from earlier turns, and then your opponent swings onto something, you use Aegis, untap 2, and then draw 1, and then after that, they swing again, you play Sun Gohan on their swing, and then they have to keep doing that. So that's kind of the idea. Unfortunately, the only bad thing about all this is that it relies on being a blue leader, which, for this blue Bardock's crew leader, for this guy to work, which means that we can't play a yellow leader, and yellow kind of has the better cards that you can play for 2 energy, like during battle steps. So you can play like the other Bardock, the 4-drop Bardock, or you can also play like Bergamo, the 5-drop. Both those cards are kind of good and have interactions. There's not a lot of blue cards that do have interaction in like the combo step. I did see Absolute Confidence. This might be a good card to put in the deck. So it's an active main R battle where you can choose one of two, or you can choose one of these effects. So choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, any cost of 3 or less, return to their owner's hand, then draw 1. So like just being able to say, okay, Aegis, drop 1 card, draw 1, and then Absolute Confidence, use 2 energy, and then pop one of your opponent's cards and then draw another card. So you used 2 energy to untap 2 energy, or sorry, 2 energy and 1 card to untap 2 energy and draw 1. So that really helps out, and like it cycles really well and just disrupts your opponent without having to lose any energy or card advantage, essentially. We run this big 5-drop ape just because we can. It's a 5-drop. We need more Bardock's Crew in our drop area just in case we need this. We can always EX Evolve on top of this if it's in our energy either way. So it's not like a bad card, but I don't think it's like super duper needed. It's just kind of nice to have. We're playing the Secret Rare because this wins games by itself. Just being able to get to one more turn is nuts. Like, not being afraid to tap out in any way is good. We're running 3 of this baby Golden Avenger. Either you can play this off the Unison, or you can, like, getting just 5 energy open is still pretty easy with this deck, I think. So having that ability to just play this, like, even on, like, your opponent's turn, you can do it as, like, a counterplay. And then pop this guy, have a 30k triple strike crit that also pops something else, and then also gets you to draw a card. Good card all around, great finisher for the deck. And I think that's all the cards, right? Zamasu's good, Bean's good, Dimension Magic's good, God's Sealing Technique is really good too. Yeah, all these cards are good. So this is the deck. We're gonna go into the gameplay. Real quick sorry. If you don't have a Boonie, I thought Go Tanks could be also a really good sub for it. It's not the best, but just being able to use the -2 to draw 2 cards or pop your opponent's cards, ignoring barrier. I think that's something that blue has a bit of a tough time getting rid of, especially like you need to get this card on your side anyways, because if they're playing any of the new 1-drop blue energy hate cards, this is like the only card you have that can really get rid of them. So that's kind of unfortunate but kind of needed. And Fascia could be needed as well, just because we don't have any Self-Awaken outside of Dimension Magic, and so if you want to, and she like awakens 2 of our cards, so she can be really good too. We're just not running the Fascia card. We could run the Fascia card, and like we could maybe put like 4 of these Fascias in, and instead of this like we're not really using this Bardock. Instead of this, we could use like the Fascia one. So I don't know. There's definitely some wiggle room for cards as well. But I think this is a solid core, and I mean, obviously, right? It's just a bunch of good cards put together around like an okay leader with an okay, and a really, really good card restricted to it, and that's really it. So let's go into the gameplay. All right, so we're starting off a game with Momin from the Bardock's Crew Facebook group. Ironically, like this is just the first match I played on Untap, so shoutouts to him for this game on the Bardock's Crew mirror match. So I start off with only 1 multicolor card, which I charge, which is hit, but otherwise I think my hand's pretty good. I have the Goku Black for turn 2, I've got the Baby for turn 3, and 2 Goku Apes in hand for, blue-yellow stuff. Going there, he just plays the Fascia, whiffs, unfortunately, and just does not swing, so I swing in, dropping 2, which is I believe the Zamasu super combo and the Bojack, but then I just play the Goku Black, draw 2, drop an ape, untap my blue-yellow, and just end my turn. He goes, charges 1 of his blue-yellow Bardocks, taps 1 for intersecting fates. I believe I think there's 2 Fascias on top of his deck, so he puts 1 into his hand and then puts 1 in the bottom of his deck. You don't have to show it, but that's just I think he had some untapped problems with that. So does that. He swings in my leader. I gladly take it because I haven't taken any. He mills 2 cards. I don't remember what they were. But I just take a 1 from there, getting Dimension Magic. He evolves on the Fascia. He also beans as well. So after that, he beans again on the Fascia. So 25k crit, I'll just take it. Dropping another ape, super funny enough, and then he EX evolves the big Bardock, draws 1, swings in, 20k double strike. I'm going down to 4, but I'm totally okay being awakened there. He untaps his Bardock, he untaps, or he just plays the energy from the top of his deck as well. I've got a lot of gas in my hand, and I can awaken, which is super nice, so I decide to charge, what do I decide to charge? I don't remember what I get. I guess the Goku Black. So do that, 3 for there. add 3 counters, then do +2 to draw another card, which ends up being the blue-yellow Bardock, which is good for me. So what I decide to do is that I decide to awaken. I only have 4 cards in my drop area too, so I don't have sparking. But swing into the Fascia, and then I use the Masu to rest his Bardock, and then play my Bardock for 1 blue, which it's starting to feel pretty good because I get 2 card draw next turn. So now I have 5 cards in my drop area with Zamasu, so I swing in, I get a plus 5k for free, and I get to draw a card. But I believe he Dimension Magics this. Yeah, he does Dimension Magic, and he takes a life for it. And I get to just draw 1, which ends up being Sensu Bean. So I just do the Sensu Bean on there, give it 24k, which then he does his own beam, make it 25k, which kind of sucks. But then, so I don't want to really swing over it anymore. I don't think it's worth it. So I just play another Goku Black. So I get to draw 2 more. At the end of turn, I get to draw 4 cards, discard 1, and untap 1 energy, which is kind of nuts when you really think about how much cycle and everything that is. I decided to drop a Golden Ape because I already had 1 in hand and really only need 1 for the entire game. So he charges the Fascia, plays another Intersecting Fates. I think he gets Tor in hand. I don't think he has to show it, but that's what he added. I don't know, he bomb decked, obviously. Swings in there. I decided to just block with my Bardock because I'm pretty sure I can make sure he lives. He combos up to 10k. I just bean up again and then add another 5k with one of the Goku Blacks. So that's at 24k, and then he just swings his leader into my leader. He gets the plus 5k for doing so. And I think I just take the 1, even though I have so many cards in hand. I felt like it was worth it. He plays Fascia. I decide to bring that back because I didn't want any more pressure. It just ends his turn, because otherwise he'd be able to swing 15k crit and then do a double strike again with his 5 drop. Charge another ape because I already drew like my 4th one or my 3rd one. Swing leader into his ape, so 20k into 20k combos out there. I play the Abuni. After like looking for the token for like 20 minutes, like I eventually find it. There it is. Nope, there it is. All right, so make 3 tokens. So with that, I believe I just start with I get the Abuni effects. I get the untap, which is also super good, and then swing there into there, 20k into 20k. But he uses Dimension Magic and he takes a life for it, which is the correct move. Swing Unison into there. There we go, 5k combo. And I think he just drops it. And then I just end my turn. I get to draw 2 more cards. And then I get to untap 1 of my energy. And that is my turn. So I get the baby SCR, which is super duper good. And I think he swings and I just drop it immediately. Because why not? I've got enough stuff on board, and I'm pretty sure I can just win with stuff on board already next turn. But he charges a Borgos. I'm surprised he didn't play the Borgos, but I just play that, dropping the counterattack or counterplay Trunks. For 2, he plays the Tora. I decide not to Trunks it, even though he gets like the energy stuff, and then he also just plays the Borgos from his energy. So that just has barrier, and like it's to untap one of his cards during the battle. So he can untap one of his Tora if he blocks it on something small and then untaps it again. So that is a route for it. But I decide just to charge the Bardock blue yellow card. Use the -5 effect, so my leader has plus 15k and double strike. Then I play another Abuni and then play 3 more tokens. So I've got 5 tokens out. Swing leader and the leader. He uses blocker, which makes sense. I get to draw 1. It dies. He adds the Fascia to his hand. I'm not sure why I didn't add Bardock to his hand, but that's fine. I guess he gets the untap too anyways. And then after that, I was just asking what he had to his hand. I swing in with my 15k token swing, awakens, untaps 2, and then combos token swing. This is pretty much the end of the game. I just keep swinging with token. Or I guess I decided just to do the Boonies effect, like just in case something crazy happened. I guess I was kind of afraid of Nimbus, but I still had the -5 effect, which means I could play the Golden Ape in my hand for just discarding 1 card and stop the Nimbus. So I felt like I was pretty much guaranteed to win the game right now. But I just kept swinging in, and then eventually all these attacks went through. So down to 3, swing with Goku Black, combos out probably. Yeah. Swing with Baby SCR, or Baby Unison, because it has 2 tokens left because he never attacked into it all game. Swing Obuni, he combos 2 cards for it. Swing in with Bardock, because I just know I'll get it for free. And then a big old 40k on his last life, and that really seals the game. But there's like so much stuff I could do more in this turn, because I could do like I could have EX evolved on top of the Bardock and everything like that. But I think this deck's super strong. Definitely has potential in my mind, and that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think about this deck, and I'll catch you all next time.